Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. How to run a business. Now, we've been sold many success, accelerator packages, master coaching, master speaking, master this, how to become a millionaire. Has anyone ever considered if we were all millionaires, the economy will change? Having £1 million will be like having a pound. Ask those countries who work with $1 million or millions in their particular currency. It actually means next to nothing. So, how to run a business and become successful? Well, as an entrepreneur that has done it more than once and working from a zero budget, it is absolutely hard. However, your passion is what drives you to keep on going. Now, there are many people who, as experts, they give you all these glossy things, all of these major things that you can do. Just get a loan, just use credit cards, just take risks. And that's what business is all about, taking risks. But when you have a family, when you don't have the extended family to be able to offer you money towards a loan for a business, a loan for a house, a property, it might not be a bricks and mortar business, it might be an online business, but you still have to buy stock. You still have to contact your suppliers. You still have to get packaging and labeling and all these different things. And then you need to comply with law, especially if it's food. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. And in some of the people I've given product development advice, there are things they just were not aware of. However, I was attending a session and told that there are loopholes. Well, might I suggest that these loopholes will kind of get you into a little bit of a pickle down the road? So it's always, especially in the food industry, to do things right. Even if you start off simplistic, do it right, because you could land yourself into problems. Just to use an example, I remember a gentleman who I was going to use. I won't say it was in the Midlands. I was going to use this guy to do some seasonings, and then he told me of a jerk seasoning he used to do. In this jerk seasoning was black pepper, and obviously he gets everything from a supplier. He has a massive grinder machine that he just grinds everything down to a powder, packages it, and he was doing private labeling long before it became something, that you do. Um, all these success gurus teaching you how to do it. And then what happened? One of his customers that private labeled his seasoning, somehow it got reported and it was found out that the black pepper in his jerk seasoning was actually dried tire, like car tires, that was ground, and that's what the supplier sent to him. It was not true black pepper. It was that. So it's probably mixed with the black pepper, but essentially it had mainly car tire that was dried and ground. And this is one of the reasons I do not use black pepper at all in any of my seasonings. Also, it's not good for your stomach. Burns the lining of your stomach. It's really not good. So, what ended up happening is the customer he sold it to, um, he had to pay a fine, and there was a recall notice. So that person had to pay a fine, and then he, as the producer, had to pay a 15,000 fine. Now, people talk about loopholes. That's all well and good, but just be sure your things shall find you out. And it's not very nice when things like that happen, because it's also your reputation that is impacted. So, my suggestion is how to run a business. Um, your passion will drive you, but make sure it's profitable. If it's not profitable, you are riding a hobby horse. It's not really a business. I remember someone telling me that one day when I was doing something else. And yeah, so some of the points that I wanted to make is that when you're running a business, you don't really run it alone. So most of these people selling you, you can run a business all alone. You don't need anybody. In fact, you do. Whether you subcontract, you hire in help, you pay people to do a particular task for you. Um, you always, always, always need some help. No man is an island. So one of the things that I would share is Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. In its early days, it was just $5. Nowadays, you're paying $120 to almost $250. I got a small video done for one of my courses, and it turned out I had a small video done for one of my courses. Sorry, I didn't know if you could hear me there. And it turned out that I had to pay 160 US dollars. The video was no more than 2 minutes. It was a whiteboard video thing, and it cost so much money. And I did my own voiceover, nobody else did it. So these things can be very, very expensive. So do plan ahead, speak to people, see what help you can get. But one thing I would say, sometimes we try to do everything ourselves and we lose out on quality. So if there is somebody who has expertise, who can do something really well, I suggest you get the money and pay them for that service, because in the long run, you would not have to keep repeating that and trying to improve it. It just takes a whole load of time. So my course soon, I'm going to just offer it free. But there are more things that I'm developing, and your business is a work in progress. There's always something you're going to add to your business. In your mind, it is never perfect. There's always something else you're going to add. But really, make sure that you focus year on year. Focus on one thing, get one thing good, and then move on to the other thing. It may be that you're setting up a business that you want to sell on eventually. Um, and if you do that, make sure you have systems in place. Make sure all of these are documented. Make sure that the person buying your business will see value added. Yeah. And so it's like you're giving it to them on a plate. And that's where you can justify the kind of price that you demand, especially if it's a scalable business. And when I say scalable, it means that, like for instance, if you do Fulfilled by Amazon, I've just tested it out. I'm still testing certain things out, but you send products to Amazon, not food, and Amazon sells it for you. All you do is push and plug and promote your link or your product, whatever it is. Amazon does that too. When people buy things that are similar, it will make suggestions, and there's all kind of algorithms that can be used. Just contact Amazon, Seller Central, and they'll help you through. But how to run a business is to make sure you ask friends, you ask family to help you, give them some money. Don't just ask them to do it for free and not give them anything. Even if it's to give them a free sample of your service or your product, value the people that help you and let them see that you value what you do as well. Because you want to make money, so you've got to show people that they are valuable too, so that they can then pass on your value to somebody else. Yeah. So this is me sharing with you my tips on how to run a business with a zero budget, and there's going to be more. So take care, peace out, and have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao for now. Bye. a chance to grow and thrive.